Hello everyone, welcome to Hari's Academy. Thank you so much guys for subscribing to my channel and showing all your support. Today we are going to learn about AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate Level Program. But before starting off with the course, let us set the expectations right. What we are going to learn from this course? The course is all about clearing AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate Level Program, also known as SAA-C02. So there are some prerequisites for this course, like we need to have basic knowledge on IT, basic knowledge on Linux commands, basics of networking, and last and very important thing is lots of dedication, patience and continuity. Because this is a very challenging exam, it would be really a tiresome journey for you guys to remember all the services till the end. However, I'll ensure to make the concepts lot more easier and engaging. So let's get started. So I am your instructor for this course and my name is Harikishan Birumota. I am an AWS Certified Solution Architect with varied industry experience and technology experience on cloud, mainframes and content management systems. I have more than 12 years of experience into IT and I am very much passionate about teaching. I am passionate about learning new things, new technology, and also I am known for my simpler and easier way of teaching. I hope you will like this course and I would love to help you out with all the question and answers, quizzes, whatever is required for this course to help you pass through this exam with flying colors. Let's move on. So these are the course topics for the entire certification program. Currently we are at first section, which is Introduction to Cloud Computing, and we'll be learning many other topics like the ones which you are seeing on the screen. There are like fundamentals of AWS, S3, EC2, load balancing, ASG. There are many services which we are going to learn till the end. So at the end we'll see some examples on solution architect. So don't worry if you're not understanding anything about what you're seeing on the screen. We are going to learn each and everything in detail. Let's move on to the first section, which is Introduction to Cloud Computing. So here what we are going to learn? We are going to learn what is cloud computing, what is its usage, why we are actually learning cloud computing and what is the importance of it. Second thing we are going to learn is what are the service models of cloud and what are the deployment models. Then we'll go and see what exactly is AWS, which is the buzzword in the industry right now. So also we are going to learn why only AWS when we had many other cloud service providers like Azure, GCP, Bluemix. There are many other cloud providers like Pivotal Cloud and all, right? So we will go through all those details in a short while. So let's move on to cloud computing. What exactly is cloud computing? There are many definitions for it, but a simpler way which I'll put it in cloud computing is the easier way to access computing services through a working internet connection. Anything which you access on internet, which like all the services which we can access through an internet connection, that is only called as cloud computing. We will discuss it with an example. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose if I want to start a new company. Okay, to start a new company in a traditional way, I'll have to think of the hardware. How many servers do I need? How much space do I need? How much storage options do I need? What is the database requirement for us? What are the softwares I need? And then how many people I have to hire to take care of all those hardware requirements as well as the software requirements? And how much cost it will be for data warehouse, all the server maintenance and all, the cost for server maintenance and all those things I'll have to take care if I have to start a company on the day one. So I will not be able to start on the day one. I'll have to invest some money to purchase some hardware. Suppose I'll start with a simple server. I have taken one server with some storage requirements and some database, and I have my application up and running. So what I'll do next? I'll promote my application. Once I promote the application, once people get to know, the demand grows. So more people start using your website. it means so much of load is going to fall on your website. So how we are going to manage that load? You keep increasing the configuration of your server. But this is called as vertical scaling. Vertical scaling we can do only to some extent. We cannot increase to petabytes or some extent, right? So that is where we'll have a limitation and we cannot upgrade more vertically. So what we have to do next? The next step which we have to do is probably buy one more server and then install the same application on this and start doing it. So based on the increasing demand, I might end up adding more and more servers. So how much practically possible is this? How much time will it take for me to add more and more servers? If I want to add more and more servers, I'll definitely have to purchase the hardware, procure the hardware, then do the setup and have a team working on it to take care of all the maintenance activities. This might take from 5 days to 1 month based on the demand, based on the supply, right? So this way my business cannot scale up so fast that it will cater to the demands of the people. So that is why this is the traditional approach which we had. So how does cloud computing help us in this particular scenario, right? So if imagine that we have the same scenario, we are doing it in cloud. So how will we do it? In cloud, we are not going to set up any hardware of our own. What we are going to do, we are just going to use the services online with a working internet connection. When I say that, if I want to set up a company or start up a company, what I'll do, I'll go to cloud provider and tell them, boss, I need one server. Initially, because I am a startup, I don't know how much demand I'll have, so I'll have one server, right? So once I have one server, then looking at the demand, when the demand increases, when the demand for this particular application increases, what I'll ask cloud computing is to add one more server, and this can be done with just a single click. I don't need to invest anything on the day one. I will pay only for what I have used, and this can be done with a single click. I'm not going to go and get the hardware, take care of the maintenance activities. None of this I will take care. It is all taken care by the cloud service providers like AWS or Azure or GCP. So this can be done with a single click. So that is the greatest advantage of cloud computing. So now let's see what are the benefits of cloud computing. Okay, so first benefit is it is very cost effective. On the day one, I need not invest on the hardware. So whatever servers which I am going to learn or which I am going to use, I am going to pay for that only for the duration which I have hired for. And if I don't want, I'll scale out of it. And then because of this, I will be saving money. I need not worry about selling that hardware and all, because nothing is there with me. It is all on rental basis, right? So second thing is I can just focus on my core business and core applications rather than worrying about what is hardware or how to maintain all the servers, all the nonsense thing I need not worry about. Third thing is it is faster service provisioning. So when I say faster service provisioning, if I want to have a server today, I can get it within 1 minute or 5 minutes max. I need not spend weeks together or days together or months together to get that, right? Fourth advantage is dynamic scaling. So whenever there is a huge spike in the demand of that particular application, I can scale up automatically using some auto scaling groups. We are going to learn those in detail anyways. So there are some auto scaling groups which can help us to scale automatically. We can give minimum and maximum systems, and then it can scale automatically up and down. So that is how the benefits of cloud. So this is the way we can leverage cloud, and it is really disrupting the technologies nowadays. It is in high demand because of this particular reason. Now let us move on to next thing in the second module, which is where we are going to learn about service models and deployment models. So thank you so much for watching. Let's meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much, guys.